Hello all, let's discuss part 2 of 3.3. Still we are in section 3.3, correct? It's 3.3 still, but last part of 3.3. In the last part of 3.3, we will discuss the difference quotient formula. To save some time, I already draw a function f, as you see in your screen, and instead of having 2 points A and B, I rename them as a x plus h and x. For example, the first point of the graph, the red dot that you have here, I'll name it this time x, correct? And I'll name the other point, the other red point on the graph, I'll name it x plus h. Why? Because the distance between x and this point, which is point B actually, I'll name this distance instead of B minus A, I'll name it H. Then the formula that we used before, which was delta F over delta X equals F of B minus F of A over B minus A. If we change the names here on the right side, you will see this formula becomes as a, instead of f of b, I will write f of x plus h. And instead of f of a, I have f of x over, instead of b minus a, because we named b minus a h, I will put an h here. This formula, we call it the difference quotient formula. What's the difference quotient formula? Actually, this is the formula that if I add in calculus here, if I take the limit of this formula and h is approaching to 0, it will give you the instantaneous rate of change. But not now. Right now, we just know it as a difference quotient formula. It means if in this section, in this part of section of 3.3, if they give me a function f and they are asking me to find the difference quotient of that function, immediately using this formula, I can find the difference quotient of that given function. Correct? The proof was really easy. In calculus, we will do it a little bit different way, but still the formula is the same. Now, I'll do one or two examples to show it for you how you can use the difference quotient formula to find the difference quotient of a given function. For example, let's start with this easy one. Example number 1. They will ask you find the difference quotient, correct? Find the difference quotient. The difference quotient of this function, which is f of x, equals x squared and they give you a point a equals 5. Correct? Even the formula that I am writing for you, they are telling you to use this f of x minus f of a over a minus x, or x minus a. Sorry. Correct? Because you see, in any graph, you can name it different. For example, this is the graph. You can name this point x, you can name this point a. the formula will be like this, correct? I want to find the difference quotient. Now, steps. Step number 1. If you want to make it easy for you, follow these steps. In step number 1, try to find the f of a, correct? After you find the f of a, you already have how much is f of x. You already know how much is x. You already know how much is a. The only one that you are looking after is f of a, correct? The function is given as a f of x equal x squared and a is equal to 5. Then I'm looking for the f of 5. F of 5 equals 5 squared, which gives me 25. Now I will write my formula and I'll find the difference quotient, correct? My formula is f of x minus f of a over x minus a. Plug in the numbers. What is f of x? Your f of x is x squared minus f of a. My f of a is 25 over how much is x? We don't know. We will keep our x. And how much is a? 5. Look, you can simplify. Can I factor the top? Definitely yes. X plus 5 and x minus 5 over what? X minus 5. Now these two cancels out. Then the difference quotient for this function is equal x plus 5. Very easy. Correct? Let's take a more complicated one. Example number 2, same thing, find the difference quotient, but this time using the actual formula. The function is given f of x equals 2 over x. F of x equals 2 over x, right? Yes. They are asking you to find f of x plus h minus f of x over h. To do that, you need to first find, because we already know how much is f of x, I need to find f of x plus h first. To find that, the function is given to you, then f of x plus h equals 2 over, instead of x, you have to plug in what? X plus h. Now you have the f of x, you have the f of x plus h. Plug in these two in your formula, you can find the difference quotient. Then it's equal f of x plus h. Your f of x plus h is 2 over x plus h minus f of x. What is f of x? 2 over x over h. You need to simplify this. The easy way to simplify such a fraction is to find the common denominator between all denominators. It means between x plus h, x, and 1. That will be your common denominator, which is, or your LCM or LCD, right? Your LCD will be x plus h times another x, correct? Then multiply that in all fractions. It means rewrite like this. Multiply 2 over x plus h with x times x plus h minus 2 over x times x plus h all over h times x times x plus h. Now try to simplify. These two cancels out. What left in the top? 2x, right? Minus x cancels out with x, 2 times x plus h. Correct? All over hx x plus h. Correct? Distribute the negative 2. Here, it gives you 2x minus 2x minus h over hx times x plus h. Positive 2x, negative 2x cancels out. Then you end up with negative h over h x times x plus h. Here we go. We can cancel out the h's. Please, you can cancel this h with this, not with this one. Please do not do this. You cannot do that. Only when you are in factor form, correct? These are the mistakes that I see all the time. That's why I'm saying please don't do that, okay? These two cancels out. Then my answer is negative 1 over x times x plus h. That's the difference quotient formula. Correct? For this problem. Did I miss the 2? I distribute here the 2. Oh, that's a 2h. Sorry, the only thing that I distribute negative 2 here, this is 2h. Correct? If that's 2h, this one will be 2h here. Instead of negative 1, you have negative 2 over x times x plus h. I said, where the 2 gone? Here, that was my mistake. I didn't distribute the 2. Correct? I distributed here and not there. This is what we call the difference quotient formula. Correct? I will do one more example for you. Then I'll stop the lecture and we are done with section 3.3. I will do one more. Example, find the difference quotient. It means find f of x plus h minus f of x over h for the given function f of x equals, let's choose a quadratic maybe, x squared plus 5x plus 6. Correct? What you need to do, always find this one first. It means look for the f of x plus h. You have the function, it's really easy to find f of x plus h. Plug in instead of x, everywhere x plus h. Then you end up with x plus h squared, because you have x squared, plus 5 times x plus h plus 6. Try to simplify. It gives you this part, x plus h squared. If you don't know immediately the answer, do this. Multiply x plus h with x plus h and you end up with this answer. X squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Correct? Now distribute 5 to the second parentheses. Plus 5x plus 5h plus 6. Correct? Do you have like terms? No. That's your f of x plus h. This is your f of x plus h. Now use your formula, plug in. Your formula is f of x plus h minus f of x over h. Replace the values. F of x plus h Wow, a long answer. This is my f of x plus h. It means x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus 5x plus 5h plus 6 minus f of x. What is f of x? Your f of x is x squared plus 5x plus 6. But be careful, you have a negative. Open up parentheses and plug in those values. X squared plus 5x plus 6 over what? H. Now distribute the negative to all terms and try to simplify if it's possible. Usually it is possible. X squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus 5x plus 5h plus 6. Distribute the negative. Minus x squared minus 5x minus 6 over h. Combine like terms. You see, positive x squared, negative x squared cancels out. Positive 5x, negative 5x cancels out. Positive 6, negative 6 cancels out. What left in the top? 2xh plus h squared plus 5h over what? Another h. Please, again, I'm telling you, do not do this. Okay, one of the h's cancels out and the rest is my answer. Don't do this. You cannot cancel because the top is not in the factor form, right? But do you see h in all terms? You can factor out first h. Then you will end up with 2x plus h plus 5, right? If I factor h in the top over h. Now I can cancel this h with this h and the rest is my answer. 2x plus h plus 5, the difference quotient. When you go to calculus, there will be one more thing here. Limit as h approaching to 0 and you plug in on that time you will know what's limit. And you plug 0 here and you will end up with 2x plus 5, which is the first derivative of that given function. I'm not going to discuss it. I'm trying to show it to you what you learned today. You are using it in calculus because in some classes when I'm teaching calculus, students are thinking, some people told them, I don't know why, that you don't need algebra when you study calculus. No, you need it. No, you need it. Correct? That's why I'm explaining to you. To be good in this, if you're good in this, in pre-calculus, you will have no problem at all in calculus class. Correct? I'll end the lecture here and see you all in section 3.5.